What's up, spectators? Welcome back to an episode of Danganronpa 2. We are just about to begin the class trial. A couple videos ago, we maxed out our relationship with Akane, so we got Peach Muscle, which increases your truth bullet rate of fire, effective during non-stop debate and rebuttal showdown. Gonna equip that. I have a lot of skill points left, but I don't have a lot of people maxed out, so that's unfortunate. But still better than nothing. Let's go.
Now then, let's begin with us during the class trial. You will if you vote correctly, then only I'll punish everyone beside. Oh my, Monokuma? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you? You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit?
What?
Chesto! One more time! Jeez! How about this one? This will be my final blow!
What is this?
Useless.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monokuma.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monokuma. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who is attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid. There's no way in hell I'm the traitor.
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
The traitor and the killer who murdered Nagito is here, right? Are they the same person? Or what? Let's go.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
Oops, wrong
The
button.
reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he... What were they trying to find out by torch? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. So, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Why did the killer have to torture Nagito? Were the wounds on Nagito's body really caused by torture in the first place?
Killer didn't take Nagito's
Interesting.
mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat. What were they trying to find out by torch? Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
Maybe? Nope. Whoever tortured Nagito did not know that the bomb was fake. And then that means I'm not a suspect. Oh.
The killer didn't take... I'm telling you, they were...
The reason Nagito's body...
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torture? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
Oh, nope.
Damn it! The killer didn't take... I'm telling you, they were...
The reason Nagito's body...
It's because the killer...
So that's why... What were they trying to... Definitely the bomb's... If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
The killer didn't take... I'm telling you, they were...
The reason Nagito's body...
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
No, that's wrong.
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything. If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared. just realized it. It's a trap.
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
What? You gotta explain better than that. Okay. Go! Let's go!
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assumed he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated. I can't back down!
Oh!
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Yes?
Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information. Then, after they killed him...
Damn it!
Oh, he's trying to say he's gonna...
Said
Okay, hold on.
Nagito's mouth was obviously assuming
He's trying to
he
say
couldn't talk,
the
right?
duct tape was added after he died, but you can tell from the shape of the duct tape that that's not the case. Alright, hold on.
But if you tape his mouth shut,
Alright. Okay,
how is he supposed to answer anything?
they should really let me choose what bullet I
Pay
want.
attention, this is how it went down.
Oh.
First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about then after they killed him.
Allow me to cut through those words. No, there's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
What did you say?
Who cares about the duct tape? We might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors. We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? You have a crush on him or something?
Are you in elementary school or something?
You were with us when I peeled the duct
Oh,
tape
ignoring
off
the
Nagito's
question.
mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds, which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so he wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer?
If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
You can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
That's because it was set up beforehand.
And right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Which means, it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect. Alrighty then, let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Damn right
So
it is.
timid. The reason for the fire. They're right. We need to clear that up first. So it's gonna be one of these.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
The killer used
Yes.
some kind of setup.
But it's not
The
blue.
curtain on fire with the lighter.
Uh-huh.
Some kind of setup?
Yes.
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
Wait! Oh, wait, hold
They
on.
probably just threw the lighter.
No.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
No.
There should have been a way to tip it
Ah!
over with...
No! That's such a stupid one. I read the first couple words and I was like, that makes sense.
Crap!
Then he said something about sound, like an idiot. Ah.
Direct cause of the oil lighter.
All right, let's see what's at the end.
Lit the curtain on.
Some kind of setup.
Did they use the oil?
They probably just based on the shape. It can stand upright, but
If they tipped over, it could have ignited.
some way.
Maybe they used invisible.
There should have been a way to tip it over with...
Or perhaps opening the door
Ah!
caused.
That's a good one.
With that. I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan.
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line.
But these are paper cutouts. So had we opened the door and it started to do the domino effect, it'd be so slow. We could have probably stopped it.
Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second.
So the plushie was behind the curtain.
And from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse.
Oh, that's how they're gonna try and explain it. Okay.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
Okay.
I see!
Really covering their bases,
You're
okay.
Talking about the MP3
I'm trying to poke
player,
holes
right?
in it.
That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
Oh, I didn't think they'd... Okay.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
I'll open it slowly. That's not the problem. It'll be fine. With those words, Akane brushed off everyone's warnings and slowly opened the door to the warehouse. Clatter, clatter, clatter. It's not opening. Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it. I knew it. It's a trap. Just stop it, okay? Didn't I tell you it'll be fine? I just gotta use a little more force. What happened to opening it slowly? Akane ignored their protest with a mighty kick and the door flew open.
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
With the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
So the problem she's talking about is... the killer could not have left the building.
I see!
That is interesting.
If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Unlikely.
Ooh, we were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used.
You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
You don't mean...
This murder.
Hajime? What do you mean?
You're trying to say Nagito did it himself. Okay.
This is my answer. What if it was Nagito?
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim.
Huh?
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid.
But how did the
His
knife
body
get
was
in his
covered in
hand?
torture wounds. Or did you already forget? Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Like he said, it seems impossible if you think about it, but I feel like I'm overlooking something.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or
No.
if you use your front tail?
What? My...
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Oh, God. If our assumption that Nagito committed suicide's correct, he should have tied himself up too. That's okay, right?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Burned rope. There was
Tying just
burned
the
rope
legs is one
that
thing,
freed
but
his right hand.
tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the...
It'd be impossible if...
How about if you use your teeth?
Oh,
Or if you use your...
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
To actually tie up your own arms... No, that's wrong.
Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have
Or
been tied
was
up
it?
before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
Ooh, okay, is it knife or is it sleeve?
I see.
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, the sleeve wasn't burned at all. Don't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
Ah, hooker
That's
rules.
definitely wrong.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
Now you got
That's
it.
not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand. Ah, that much is obvious.
Hajime, you tricked me! Give me back that Benjamin!
Not only did she try to charge me, now she wants the money back?
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back to Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
A way to stab yourself in your right hand using only your right hand. There's definitely an answer for this. Hello, Tank. Gonna lie down right there, buddy. Oh.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he
Mmm.
stab his hand that way?
That's
Is he a
ridiculous.
throwing knife expert? Maybe he propped the knife somehow? And
Maybe,
slammed his
but with
right
what?
hand down on it? Propped it onto what?
Oh,
If he
I
just
see what you
propped the
mean.
knife, He could have
Oh.
used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand.
Tied left hand, propped up.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, How
Girder.
could he
No,
stab
that's
his
for the
right hand with his
spear.
right hand?
I would.
He
Maybe.
threw the knife into the air. And
There
let
was the
knife
bloody
fall.
plushie with the hole in
Could he
it.
stab his hand that way?
Oh, did he stab the
Is he a throwing knife
no.
expert? Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
I agree with that.
Tank buddy.
The
You're so
life-size Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something. A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right? If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Oh, he held the spear using that handle end thing on the rope. That's why there's a big gap in the blood on his hand. He was holding it. I gotcha.
The spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Goodness gracious.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by
goodness.
something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Say it one more time. I need you recorded. For reasons.
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out!
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stabbed into your right hand, while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right?
See, they've introduced the idea that it was suicide so early on that I have to assume that that's not true anymore.
But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shut your mouth! It's against the rules to interfere with everyone! If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Monomi's sassing me!
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. This might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course, that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible. I feel that there's some way he could have
Yes!
stabbed himself
Let me
with
at
a
it!
spear.
Come on!
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together. That's how we made it this far up till now.
Everyone working together.
We've made it through several ordeals up till now by doing that. Then, even now...
All right, let's do this.
Ba, 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 ba. Hello?
How did Nagito stab himself? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nug, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
No! No!
No, that's wrong.
Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand.
Yes.
Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain, but it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
It feels like we're gonna have to answer another question here very soon or have another one of those debates. So why don't we end this video here at pretty close to 30 minutes? So stay tuned for the next episode, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye!